How's it going? So I updated the Triforce. I found that sleep is the most powerful. Bottom line, like these two are very, very important, but sleep is like number one. If you mess up sleep, nothing is going to work for you. You can think of it as a foundation that holds the entire building. So if the foundation is weak, which means you're not sleeping well, your quality is bad, you're snoring, you don't have a CPAP machine, your mattress sucks, your pillow is uncomfortable, and you're sleeping like 6 hours because of caffeine and alcohol, your life is going to suck. There is nothing you can do to fix it with seminars on how to focus, how to have more energy. You will try to use different supplements, different vitamins, fixing your diet. None of that is going to work unless your sleep is good. So I will leave you a link to this Google Sheets document, and here you can find, this is like Harvard material. This is UCLA. In here we have, one sec. Okay, I marked them for you. Like this one is Omega Good, and this one is Omega Good as well. But to be honest with you, they're all very, very high quality. Matthew Walker, very, very good. So you can you can click any one of them and they're all going to be good. I would probably recommend maybe starting with this one. It's quite good. And this one here. And also this one is very, very good as well. So you will kind of understand the mechanism. Basically, I will give you a quote that was said by Harvard professor. And he said that sleep is the nature's best attempt at immortality. So if you're looking to have exceptionally strong and powerful body, you have to make sure that your sleep is bang on, right? So protect your sleep no matter what. Just think of it as the most important thing in your life. Everything else is secondary. So yes, that means you're not eating sugar, you're not eating, you're not drinking caffeine, you're not drinking alcohol, because they mess up sleep. Drugs, I'm not even gonna start, because the first thing that drugs do is they mess up the sleep. Stay away from them. Any type of drugs, doesn't matter. Stay away from them because they mess up with the sleep. Same with alcohol, it messes up sleep. Caffeine, it messes up sleep. You cannot afford to drink this stuff because it's just too detrimental to your life. All right, so then the next tier is food quality, right? So I noticed that if your food quality, so why are these less important? Why is sleep god tier? Is because, so I lost now 42 kilos, right? So I started at 147. I am now 105, I think. 105.3. 105.3. Yeah, so I lost 42 kilos. And it took me 169 days. I was doing a lot of experiments with what works, what doesn't work, and I'm gonna make a video on, like, basically on losing weight mastery. It's very easy, very easy. Like, it's one of the easiest thing I've done is to lose weight, assuming your sleep quality is good, because my sleep quality is 10 out of 10. It's like I do everything to protect the sleep. So once this is fixed, everything else is kind of easy. So food quality is just stick with fruits and vegetables and lean proteins. And then this one is rank 2. Now this one is, I removed basically air quality, so this one is also super important. Now, the mistake I made when I became fat, I thought that you will have more energy for the brain to basically, because like I thought to myself it was like a bank where if you have more money saved in the bank, which is your energy reserves, i.e. your fat, your brain will not save any energy. It will go all in on the enhancing its power. So I thought to myself, hey, if you are trying to diet yourself or you're not eating enough calories, brain, because you have to think about brain as it consumes 40% of energy in your body. It's 5% of your body weight, but it consumes so much energy. So I thought to myself, if I'm on a diet, brain will try to preserve energy so it will not function at full capacity. I was 100% wrong, because when you have good body mass index and you have good blood pressure, I'll show you something. So look, you see, this used to be my blood pressure when I was fat. Okay, so I would hit like 135. You have to remember that 120 or less is good. 140 is when you have severe problems. Well, it's not severe problem. 140 is when it's attention. It's like, it's not bad, but it's not good. 180, you need to go to the hospital, basically. Okay, so I was averaging about 126. So you could see, like in here, sometimes I would hit 130, 128, 125. It's still not bad because my diet was good and my sleep was good, right? But now you can see I'm like 111, 63, and it's amazing. The feeling is just, you have so much energy. It's like because when you are very thin and slim, it's very easy for your heart to circulate blood throughout your body. So what that does is that allows nutrition to hit your brain a lot quicker, and it's much quicker exchange of fluid, right? So because of this mechanism, because of how easy it is, your brain starts to work a lot better, right? So if you say, okay, did I feel like my brain worked really well when I was fat? I will say yes, it did, because in fact I did not need to save, I did not need to think about preserving energy ever, right? But with this body where my body mass index is now below 30, I'm heading towards 25, which is normal weight. It's way easier to do everything. Like heart is much better, everything is just better. So you need to make sure that your body mass index is between 20 to 25. I'm right now between 30 to 25. I'm about 29, and I can already feel it's just amazing. By the time I get to 25, I'm telling you, it's gonna be like God mode. So the only note I'm going to make about this is, this, when you're young, doesn't matter that much, because your body is young, cardio is good. As long as you're not omega obese person, you can kind of get away with not having this optimal, as long as these two are fine. Again, sleep is the most important. You cannot do anything at any age if sleep quality is bad. It's not going to work at all. So this is the God tier. You cannot mess with this up, no matter what you are. If you're an athlete, super athlete, Olympic gold medalist, it makes no difference. Sleep is the most important. Okay, then your diet, and then this becomes, after 45, it becomes as important as food. So you can, you like, if you were neglecting cardio, health, and BMI, after 45, you have to now prioritize it as well. Past 60, it becomes as important as sleep. Okay, so like at that point, you must have good cardio health, and your BMI must be between 20 and 25. Otherwise, your body is not going to function really well. Okay, so that's about it. I'm going to link this in the description below, link to this. So watch this stuff. You will understand what I mean. Like, I mean, the numbers they are quoting is just through the roof. I'm talking about difference between sleeping and not sleeping. It's just so vast. It's like you cannot mess with this. Cannot mess with it at all. Like, just cannot do it. It's the most important. The only other thing I want you to think about is like the best way to think about it is think of a tree, right? So we have roots, we have the trunk, and then we have the fruits. Okay, so think about, so this is sleep. Okay. So if you cut away the roots of the tree will die. And here we have the fruits, basically. Now, the second one is so this will be your diet, body mass index, and cardio. So this is the trunk. This is this part. Again, you cut away the trunk. If your sleep is good, your tree will still recover over time. But if you cut away the roots and the trunk, game over. Cut away the roots, game over. Okay? Now the next part is the fruits. So think about what are the fruits. You want happiness, right? So what are the fruits in here? We want happiness, we want wealth, we want success, probably love as well. I'll put it in here. So happiness, you will not get happiness no matter what stuff. It doesn't matter how much money you have, how much success you have, if your sleep is messed up. If your diet is bad, it's going to be very, very difficult. Right? Again, think about this. These are the causes of these things. Wealth, you have to have a good brain in order to be able to accumulate enough wealth. And not now. When I talk about wealth, I usually split into two boxes. There are Nepo babies and the lottery winners. Right? I cannot do anything about that. Some people get lucky, they become wealthy. Some people are born into wealth. You can't do anything against it, right? So I put it into box and I forget about it because I can't control this. So then we have the middle class, which is where I'm from, and the poor people. So what separates the successful who get wealthy and the unsuccessful who are just living paycheck to paycheck? And that is their hard work, their ability to make strategically accurate decisions, their ability to analyze financial, like things like this is like, it's your financial IQ plus your scholastic IQ plus your professional IQ. So professional IQ is how good at your job. Scholastic IQ, how good are you at your school. And financial IQ is how good are you with money, which is investing, minimizing taxes, saving money, and stuff like that. You cannot get rich without financial IQ. There are a lot of people that I know, they are very good at school, they're very good at professional, they're good at the job, but they are poor. That's because their financial intelligence is just not there. You can download a book, you can read it, it's online for free. It's called Increase Your Financial IQ by Robert Kiyosaki. It's a very, very good introduction. You need to learn how to read the balance sheet, you need to learn how to understand the double entry bookkeeping, what is an asset, what is a liability, stuff like that, how to save money. You need discipline as well. So you see, all of this sits on sleep and this, because if you have good sleep, you have good diet, and your BMI, again, this is kind of we'll put it maybe to the side, maybe less important for now, unless you're 60. Okay, but I'm assuming you're not, so we're just gonna put it in here. If your sleep and diet are good, being disciplined, motivated, focused is very, very, very easy. Actually, I'll just drop it in here because it's so much easier to do productive work and stay. Like, you have a lot more stamina. Like, you have stamina or stamina, I don't know how to pronounce it, stamina, right? You just can do, I can go through the whole day working and I have no problems whatsoever. And actually enjoy it, hardcore. When I was a little bit fat, it was a lot more difficult. Towards the end of the day, I was getting a bit exhausted. But now, a lot easier because body is leaner. Okay? Again, success, whatever you want it to be, professional career, sports, athletics, whatever your definition of success. This is just fruits. Again, they sit on this. And then love, they've been studies done now that if you take pictures of person who had enough sleep versus person who didn't, the person, even from picture, everything else is the same. The person who had enough sleep looked sexier. That's because they will look more alive and younger. Okay, so again, if you're looking at a seminar, trying to understand why am I not motivated, why am I not disciplined, why am I not focused, all of those problems come from your roots and your trunk. So am I getting enough sleep? How good is my diet? What is my BMI and how good is my cardio health? That's it. Right? This is kind of like effects. At that point, this is easy. Remember, I made a video about you are a Superman. Like you are Kryptonian. You have Superman's body. The problem is you are destroying it with shitty habits, which is bad sleep, shitty diet, caffeine, alcohol, and all that trash. What it does is it's like injecting yourself with a kryptonite. Superman cannot be strong if he has kryptonite in his blood. And that shit is kryptonite for you. So if you clean your body, you detox your body, you're gonna be like God mode. Absolute God mode. And it's easy. Like the thing about it, it's piss easy to do. Like this just requires like a little bit of money, get a good mattress, and melatonin pretty much for me fixed everything. If you're late night owl like me, I prefer to go to bed at about 2 to 3 a.m. at night, and I prefer to wake up about 11 a.m. is my sweet spot, right? But I can't do that because the earlier you start, the better it is. Like the more money you earn, it's just better to be a early bird. Melatonin fixes that as long as you sleep enough hours. So you need to sleep with a stopwatch. You need to understand how many hours do I need to fully charge my body. And once you know that number, it doesn't matter when you go to sleep. You can go to sleep at 6 p.m., you can go to sleep at 5 p.m., you can go to sleep at 12 p.m. As long as you get those, for me it's 10 to 10 and a half hours. Right? So if you get this magic number right, once you know that number, you can wake up at any point in time. Even if you're a shift worker, as long as you hit that number, you will always feel very, very good. And then CPAP machine, I strongly recommend it, but again, you need to have sleep apnea. If you're snoring, you probably need it. And all of this is like €1,500. That's it. The most expensive in here is CPAP machine. Most people who are watching this are probably super young. They don't need a CPAP machine. CPAP machine is like €1,300. Everything else in here this is €25. Mattress is €300. Melatonin is like, you don't probably need it if you're young. And then this is, your phone has this free stopwatch, so just measure it, right? Food quality, I already spoke about it 1 million times. Just eat fruits and vegetables and lean proteins and you're fine. That's it. Oh, actually chronometer is better. Chronometer. Or there is also body something. Yeah, this one is also pretty good. Diet body, I think. This one's like the best. And then this one is so the hack in here. What's the hack in here? I'll tell you what the hack in here is. Vegetables. Think in satiety, not in kilocalories. So how to explain this? Okay, let me open up an example. So you need to think in terms of basically satiety, not kilocalories. So for example, thinking I'm going to eat 2,500 and I'm not going to be hungry is wrong, because if your 2,500 calories consists of donuts, Nutella, and Coca-Cola, okay, you will not ever feel not hungry. You will have to eat like 4,000 calories, maybe 5,000 calories, to even remotely feel anything satisfied, because your body does not respond to kilocalories at all. So we need to think, what does body respond to? Okay, so let's just think about it. How to kill hunger. Okay, you need to have high satiety in food, which is nutritional value. And second one is stomach stretching, which is volume of the food. Yes, in here I will tell you, you can drink water, a lot of water, and it will dim the hunger. I tried it, but honestly, you do not need to hack the stomach to not feel hunger. It's much easier to eat vegetables, because vegetables, I'll give you my tier list. Which is my tier list? Look, these foods, kale, spinach, Brussels sprout, broccoli, red cabbage, omega tasty, costs nothing, super tasty. Tomatoes, super tasty. Cherry tomatoes, amazing food. Beetroot, super tasty. Okay? Spinach, I get a kick out of spinach. I don't know why. Most people don't like it. I get a kick out of. I also like broccoli for some reason. But if you were to say high flavor food, red cabbage and tomatoes are like God mode. Kale also, if you steam it, it's also very, very nice to eat. So, why these foods work is because you can eat small amount, so you can eat 200 kilocalories and you will feel omega full. It's like you just ate 4,000 calories of McDonald's. It's just gonna be like, oh my god, I'm so full, I can't eat anymore. And yet you only consume 200 calories. So my diet right now is 1.1 thousand calories. Now this is very low. I spoke to dietitians, they grilled me hardcore. They said it's way too low. You need to be targeting 1.6, but I can do that because my body is omega well trained. I'm talking about, I've been doing this for decades. I'm talking like health, wealth. Even though I was fat, I was still eating the right food. I was sleeping well. I was doing my blood work. Blood work is always good. So you see, my body is like a very well-oiled machine. So if you're eating Nutella, if you're eating some trash shit, you cannot do that because you will have health problems. So you will have to eat at least your probably kilocalories that you need. But again, like you have to go through study of understanding kind of like how this works. You can always email me and then I will guide you if you have any questions. But again, you see, these foods in here are just way too good because they kill hunger. Let's say you feel hungry and you have 2 hours to your next meal. You can eat a box of tomatoes. It will keep you going for 1.5 hours for sure. The only exception I would say is if you have a gigantic muscle body, it might be more difficult for you. because I propose slow metabolism. I don't support big muscles and very big metabolism because eating vegetables becomes difficult because they're just so low in calories. I mean, think about like an average McDonald's is like 1,000 calories, right? You're eating, but in food amount, you about 400 grams of food, whereas kale, 400 grams of it is just like 160 calories. It's like almost 10 times less calories than in McDonald's. And yet you are just, by satiety, it's the same amount. So you see, you can kind of hack your kilocalorie because, I know how to say, let's say your body wants 250 kilocalories and it wants satiety to be, so this would be kilocalories, and this would be satiety. So let's say satiety we want to have 5,000, okay? Just hypothetically speaking. Now, we can eat 1,000 in kilocalories and reach 10,000 satiety by doing vegetables. The ones that I showed you. You will not feel hungry at all eating way, way, way below your recommended daily allowance. You will actually feel like I eat every day and I'm just like, oh my god, like my next meal is coming up and I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna be stuffing myself as a pig again. And my meal, the one I'm thinking about, is 156 calories. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, like how am I going to eat this 156 calories? That's because it consists of super high satiety food. This meal here is unbearable. Like this meal too, I have. First of all, look at the volume. It's like colossal amount of food. And look at like it's just like, you feel like you're stuffing yourself as a pig and yet you are eating 354 calories. It's such a big hack. It's unbelievable how good it is. Like I'm graceful that we actually have hacks like this because otherwise you would have to starve yourself every time you diet. So then, look, so we know how to hack the mechanism. We know how to, we can kind of hack the brain to kill the hunger even though you're eating a lot less than you should. So we can stop the hunger by eating vegetables and drinking a lot of water. So now what's going to be happening is that you will be in a deficit, which is 1,500 calories. So now body has to get that energy from somewhere and it will take it from fat. And that's it. And you're going to just start losing weight. And then that's it. So you see, you're going to be like this over time. Again, it's a little bit messy. Sometimes it goes up, but that's water. That's probably water. You will have like, I noticed you will have like plus or minus half a kilo, sometimes a kilo, depends on how much you drink. But I figured out how to hack that as well. Just basically minimize water intake before you go to sleep. And then do not drink when you wake up during the sleep to go to the bathroom. And then you will see that it's consistently more or less. Sometimes it spikes. That's because I was eating at work. I was eating this sprout meal. I could not count the calories. And I think the food that they, like I ate like chicken, I ate like fish. I think they fry it on oil, with oil. That's why my calories were going up all the time, because I noticed every Thursday I eat it, every Friday I have a spike. And that's probably because of the food that Sprout was doing. But I'm not going to eat it anymore. So bottom line is you can lose obscene amounts of weight and never ever feel hungry and still feel like you stuffed yourself as a pig. And that comes from these foods here. Like, what do you eat for protein? You eat turkey and chicken breast slices. Let me show you. This is the best out of the proteins. Like the by far the best. There is nothing better than this. It's cheap, very low calories, a lot of protein. You can also buy these ones. Whichever one you want is fine. And then also I buy from Lidl, so I'm trying to find an equivalent in here. Yeah, that's this one here. I buy exactly the same, only in Lidl. Yeah, this guy's here. They're made out of chicken breast. They're just sliced, and there are some spices on it. It doesn't matter. Like, to me, it makes no difference. I prefer with a bit of spice, but plain is also quite nice. So if you eat this, and then you eat this stuff, you will be omega stuffed, and you'll be eating like 1.5 calories, like 1,000 calories, no problem. And you'll be losing colossal amount of weight. Colossal. Like, think about it. This is 225 per day. Grams per day. So every 5 days, you're losing more than a kilo. Again, that's not recommended. So speak to your dietitian, speak to your doctor before you do something like this. Because you have to remember, I am a semi-professional athlete in my past, and I have very high education on nutrition and diet, so I understand my body really, really well, and I have decades of experience in terms of I'm not sleep deprived ever. On cellular level, I have very good nutrients inside of me. My fat is usually very good, so I can get away with stuff like that. But this is like the hack. This is the hack. Vegetables are basically the hack. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, the most important is like gut tier. Gut tier is the sleep. You cannot mess this up. No amount of diet is going to help you if you mess up the sleep. Then diet is secondary, and then this is also very, very important. Becomes super, super important as you age. And that's about it. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.